Hello, welcome to yet another Untold story. Every day in Ramadan, I'm Hassan Ajuz, your host, and I'm here with the one and only ALMazeedi, my co-host.
Thank you, brother.
Ahmed, how excited are you about today?
Dude, today's guest is very, very, very talented.
I cannot wait to see what he has. I think it's just he comes from a different background. He does a lot of things. We can talk about culture. We can talk about his job.
His educational background, so many stories.
100%.
But I have a question for you before we bring on our guest.
Let me know.
Since our guest is multi-talented,
Right.
I would like to know more about you since we're doing this show. We're getting closer every day. So, tell me about your hidden talents.
Well, I think if I was to summarize my hidden talent in a few sentences, I'd
Yes.
say I'm a very curious person, that I like to try. I don't like saying no to things. I like to try new experiences every single day.
Awesome.
And I don't believe that you should work in exactly what you study. And that's why I cannot wait for this specific episode.
Right.
It's because this person has studied
Has
something...
a similar story to yours,
Exactly.
actually.
He studied
Yeah.
something very difficult.
Yes.
Then broke all social stigmas and did something that's very different. And he did it at a very young age.
Yes.
I think it's going to be shocking.
Yeah. So that's why I feel like we shouldn't waste any time and bring on our guest
Yeah,
and
let's do
hear
it.
from him. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back with our guest, Homam Saghir. And we're back, and we're starting off with this show with our special guest here today. Welcome back to the Untold, Hussein.
Welcome back, Homam. It's such a pleasure. I think Ahmed and I can agree we're absolutely in love with what you do. And it's fair to start with one very broad question, which
Yes.
we're very, very curious to say. I think we want to say what's your told story, but today I want to tell you what's the untold story of Homam.
Yeah, first of all, thank you for having me here. It's with my pleasure to be here with this beautiful program. About the untold story, actually our lives nowadays, it's like all the time like stories, even if it's told or untold. But I will start with my main story is about how I started my career and how I started my hobby. Let's say I was 5 years old. To be honest, as I told you, I was 5 years old. My older brother and sister, they were like playing with the piano stuff, and so I started doing that. And by time and year by year, I improved my piano playing skills. After that, I discovered my let's say my singing skills when I was like 12 years old. Actually, at that time, I can say that I started my real career thing, and I started the rapping and hip-hop music. After that, I used to sing rap music for like maybe 8 or 9 years.
Wow.
Then I changed the things after I discovered my vocal things, and I play music. I make songs for my work, for my career. It's music. It's like in a like fast, like untold story. The untold thing is that it's not that easy that everybody knows. It's a very hard thing. It took a long years from me since I started, and it's a lifestyle. I didn't take it as a hobby. It's a lifestyle, and that's my main untold story about how I started, about the difficulties that I met in my life, about the music stuff, about the difficulties with my family to do these different things.
Yeah.
There's many untold things actually.
That's true. But I want to start off first
Okay.
with you're a pharmacist,
Yeah.
educational background, and you come from a family of pharmacists, correct?
Exactly.
What made you want to be a pharmacist in the beginning?
Okay. To be honest, I like this kind of science,
Okay.
and I was good in chemistry in my high school. And at the same time, I saw my older brother and sister studying the pharmacy. So I just like it was that easy that I chose it.
Okay.
And
So you wouldn't say it was family pressure?
no, no.
At all?
To be honest, yeah, because actually I didn't choose the pharmacy study directly. I was confused about being a dentist or a pharmacist. But at the end, I chose the pharmacy.
It's very interesting to see how someone that studied pharmacy,
Right.
who actually went through a lot of hardships. And pharmacy is it's nothing simple. It's not a walk in the park, as they say. But
Exactly.
yet again, you did pharmacy, and then you followed your passion. And I think the question that we have to agree on in the Arab world, like if you're a pharmacist, it's a big thing, right? So then you decided to shift the career into music.
Exactly.
And you're multi-talented in the music field. So the question is kind of like, why would someone, or how did someone make that shift and make that climb? Kind of like it's a whole hurdle.
Yeah.
How did it happen in your life to make that shift?
And
Okay.
how was it received by the family?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know?
To be honest, it was not that easy with my family because any family in the world, they want for their son to be the best and
A secure job.
Exactly. But the thing is that because I started with the music when I was young,
Yeah.
and I was like 5 years old.
They were
That's
saying
a
five,
musical
big.
prodigy, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen.
five is a very, very young age.
very young
But it's
age.
enough time for you to build something
Build,
phenomenal.
Develop your skills over the years.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The thing is that always my father used to tell me that you have to take care about your study when you finish your high school. You can take care about your music stuff and things. After that, when I joined the university, he told me again, finish your university. After that, you can
Right.
improve
Yeah.
your things.
Which,
But
there's nothing
actually-
wrong with that.
Yeah, actually, I didn't stop. Even I didn't work on my let's say, in my marketing thing very hard because I was busy with my studying things. But I didn't stop to improve my skills until I finish my all study. Then I can choose what do I want. And that's what happened with me. After I graduated from my university, I started with my marketing things. I started with my music as a commercial thing, not as only a hobby. And it's working, actually.
That's great. That's great. So, you're a musician. Would you use that label for yourself? Is that what you?
Because you have so many things
or
that you
just
do.
like an artist?
Yes.
You know?
For me, let's give you like a hint
Yeah.
of what I do. I do of course, the singing stuff.
Yes.
And my study is like a one side of my life.
Yes.
You know about
Yeah.
it. It's like informations and jobs and
Yeah.
these things. About the music, I do the music thing. I write the lyrics. Let's say I play the melody. I create the melody.
So you do everything from A to Z, essentially.
Yes, and
Oh, wow, okay.
I got these skills by the time. Actually, I didn't be like a composer before, but I learned how to make it in a professional way.
Yeah.
But that happened after I graduated. I worked very hard on my skills, and
Yeah.
I got another new skills because I'm working in the market, and it's a big market.
Yeah.
So you have to learn.
But the thing is, I think this is a lesson for everyone literally watching to learn from. If you're studying something, whether it be pharmacy, business, psychology, whatever it is, you are showing the world that are watching right now that you are someone that was studying pharmacy, but you kept working on your side passions, your side hustles, while you're going through a big field like pharmacy.
Yes.
So it's just, how did you have the energy to kind of like balance the pharmacy side with all the singing passion?
Yeah, I get
Yeah.
you.
What was the driving force?
100%.
Yeah,
It's a
I
lot.
get
It's
it.
a lot because we're graduates, obviously, and we went through a lot. So for
Yeah.
you to add that extra pressure,
Yeah, to be honest, it's not only extra; it's double extra pressure. To be able to do the both of these things,
Yeah.
you have to not do anything else. Yeah, for me, my life it was like studying, doing the music stuff, studying music stuff.
yeah,
So I lost many things to have the time for these two things. But the best thing that I've done in my life that I didn't stop the music during my study because I got I had many skills
Yeah.
until my studying, during my study,
Yeah.
about my music, and it needs it needs so much power, so much passion, and it needs to be patient because you're doing music but you are not having the feedback of it. I'm making, for example, like a 3 minutes song without getting any feedback from it, not about the marketing, about let's say, for example, the money things, but I kept it as a hobby because I love music.
Yeah.
And I success with that. I did the music for more than 18 years old.
Wow.
I love that. You don't
Over 18 years.
It's very
of
inspiring
experience.
looking at him, because I think you look at him as
Yeah.
if he's going through life, and life is a
Yeah.
musical, and you're meant to dance. That's what they say. Life
Yes.
is a musical, and you're meant to dance.
For me, it's like this.
Exactly. A lot of
great.
people focus on the end result, but you're dancing along life, which is so rare to find, which I absolutely admire, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, we have lots to talk about on cover, but we'll take a quick break and we'll come
Yeah.
back with this chit chat. All right?
Yep.
Great.
We'll be right back.
We're back from the break, and Ahmed and I have way more questions to ask Homam. Homam, I just want to ask this question. So, you have a beautiful journey. Okay, you started when you were 5 years old. That's
Yes.
very, very young, and it's not the normal case. You must have had numerous challenges. I'm personally curious, I think Ahmed is as well.
Very.
What challenges have you faced in your life that you believe is making you sit here today?
Yeah. The first challenge that I met in my life, it was like, let's say, I started by singing as a rapper for the hip hop things, and as a rapper. My main problem that time, it was like how to record, because it was like 2005
Wow.
maybe.
Okay.
How can I get the beats? How can I get the things? There were not any YouTube things, any free beats.
You were
So-
like 12 at that time.
Yeah, but you have to find a solution. You have
Right.
to record a song.
Yeah.
So I remember until this day, I used to make a record under my bed. I cover everything around me, and to avoid the echo.
Yeah.
And
It's creative.
and I need at the same time a mic. My mic that time, it was like the old Virgin mic of the chatting stuff.
Yes, yes.
Oh, wow.
And
The
you-
MSN ones. the
yeah,
MSN.
and it's in your hand and you are recording.
Yes, yes.
At the same time, I need a beat. So
True.
from where I can get the beats. After that, I found a solution. Not only me and my brothers in our team, my friends, I mean, and they are my brothers too.
Yeah.
It was like getting like a song of a famous singer, for example, Eminem or
Yeah.
any famous one, and take a part of the song like the outro. There is like
Okay.
an empty beat for like 4 bars distance.
And you would
take
use
it
that.
and you repeat it again and again, so you will have like a freestyle beat, and you will sing on
And you sing on it.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's how I can say I practiced. By the time I used to make this for like 3 years. From 2005 until 2008. So it was one of my big problems, and I solved it. By the technologies, by this stuff, it helped a lot. By the programs of recording. Before it was like a simple programs to record simple things.
Yeah.
There is no much plugins for the sound engineering, mixing, mastering things.
You evolved with it. You kept
Exactly.
growing with the age. Nice.
Exactly.
Okay.
And usually rappers, let's say, used to make this, to do everything, like writing the lyrics, recording for themselves,
Yeah.
making the mixing things, mastering things.
Yeah.
And nowadays they are shooting at sometimes. And if they don't have the camera guy or something, they are shooting for themselves. So until now, but it helped me a lot. It was not directly, but it helped me a lot. Now I can make a song from the zero. I can write the lyrics, I can make the melody, I can compose it. I can, after that, I record it for myself.
A master of all trades.
Master of all
Exactly.
trades. So you've written your own original music before, and that's what
Yes.
your focus is on?
Kind of.
Kind of.
Let's say kind of.
That's great. And music videos, you're involved in that, the creative direction and all that.
Yeah, but for me, I believe that the video things, it should be on the guy of the shooting things. But sometimes you have to do this.
Yes.
To let's say to publish your song. So you have to do that by your hands. But now, of course, I'm not shooting. I'm not doing that. I have my contacts, my friends, the director, the DOP, the blah blah blah.
Because you grew as a person.
Exactly.
You grew as a person.
But if I want to say it helped me, of course, it saved me, not helped me.
You know what I like? Okay, so are you the youngest person in the family?
I'm the third
From the
guy.
siblings.
In the
So
middle.
because the thing is, I relate to you with one thing. I'm the youngest in the family, and I feel
I'm also the youngest.
You
in the
are.
family.
You know what I like about being the
I'm
youngest?
jealous
What?
now.
No,
What?
no, you're not really the youngest. But I feel people with siblings that are older than them, they always look up to them, and they have a lot of learnings from them.
Not necessarily.
Now, I've learned a lot from my siblings, but I think the question I have is that what does it take for Homam, and how did it take Homam to reach a level of curiosity? It's not simple for you to have the curiosity to teach yourself or to cover yourself with a cover and to record,
Right.
to be this creative at the age of
Right.
12. At the age of 12, I was running around the streets, right? I don't even know what recording was.
I was running too, but doing this stuff.
Exactly. So where did, like, I want to talk about the inspiration part.
Yes.
Where did the curiosity come from? It's not natural. It's not just normal.
Yeah, I get
You're not just born with
Of
curiosity.
course, there would it have to be some reasons to make you. As for example, a friend. For me, I didn't start alone. I had partners in my team, like in my class, in my school. The same class of me, one of my friends,
Nice.
he told me about the hip hop stuff, and for me, I was like piano player for 7 years. So we had a collab between me and him. After that, I liked the type of music, the hip hop stuff. So I started the hip hop things. He gave me some advices. I gave him some advices.
Nice.
Sometimes I record in his house because in my house, for example, I don't want to tell my parents that I'm recording.
Right.
Exactly. So I'm doing something new, so I have to test it. I have to look to the shape of the song.
Yeah.
Especially my family, they didn't used to feel like there's somebody in the family as a singer, for example. So at that time, it was like more than 10 years ago. It wasn't the same of nowadays. The social media things, the awareness of everything in these things. It was very hard, and even in the streets and relatives. He's making rap. Somebody at that time, lots of people didn't know what's rap thing, and
Right.
you are doing something
New.
Sometimes it's not acceptable from some of people.
That's more appreciated now.
Exactly.
Yes.
So
Appreciated now.
for me, it was very nature to tell my family that I made this melody, I played this piano. But
course.
it wasn't very nature to tell him that I'm doing the rap things.
Right.
What's
right.
rap?
What is
are
rap?
you doing?
Yeah.
But
So-
now, of course, they are supporting me.
That's good. That's great. That's great. Now that we've heard about your inspirations and all that, what not inspires you? What are your ambitions and goals in your career for the future? What do you want to accomplish with your career?
Because you've achieved a lot so far.
Yeah.
Of course. Let's say it's a hard question.
Yes.
For me, of course, I spend a lot of time, a lot of work on these things. So of course, I have to take the feedback of it. My main feedback of it is like reaching that level of quality of my songs, and of course the numbers of the views. And
Of course.
for me, it's the main thing, but I'm doing it right now. I'm working on it very hard, and I will not stop until I reach that level. There is nothing specially for me to reach until just I feel that I'm done.
Okay.
But I don't think I didn't.
It's not a certain. Well, is there a message with your music then?
I didn't get the point.
Is there a message with the stories you want to tell through your music? Because you write your own music,
Yeah,
right? So is there a message?
Of course.
Every artist has
especially
a
in the
message.
rap
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
There's always a deeper meaning in rap,
always-
especially
there's
in rap.
always a
especially
message.
in
There is
rap.
message,
Yeah.
but to be honest, sometimes there is no messages. For it's only like let's say chilling
chill
with the beats,
vibes,
Well,
yeah.
that's the trend. I mean, he's a marketeer as well. You're a
Yes,
marketeer,
yes.
so yeah.
You got to follow the market
Yes,
sometimes
because,
too.
Yeah, because even the people to accept this type of music, it's a new type of music in our Arab countries and Arab culture. You have to make some skills. For example, I'm doing rap things. When I'm doing rap, I have to show my skills.
Yeah.
How can I show it? For example, the flow. I make hard flows on the beats. I like to make people like, what is he doing?
Yeah.
Let's say, for example, I'm very specialist with the fast flow things, and I'm doing very well with that.
Nice.
This is about the rap, but it's not only rap music with me. I started many different types of music. Let's say cartoon music, Arab music, and very different styles.
Homam, so the conversation moves on, and I just have a question regarding, because you've been mentioning obviously how you grew over time. And you grew ever since you were 5, you moved to the age of 12, and you were very creative then, and now you're sitting in this beautiful discussion.
Exactly.
Did the 5-year-old or the 12-year-old, it doesn't matter, either or, did it see Homam being here today? Did you see this kind of like mountain that you'd actually reach to this level?
Yeah, of course not. For me, I was like thinking that when I finish my high school, I will study the pharmacy thing. After that, I will have a job. After that, I will keep the music only as a hobby.
Yeah.
But the time is changing and the lifestyle is changing. Now you can see the music everywhere. Not only on TV, on something. You can hear it in the street. You can hear it on your phone.
Yeah.
You can hear it with your younger brother with his iPad.
Yeah.
You can hear it from everywhere. So the music, it's not only a hobby, not only a job, it's a lifestyle. And that's what made me like able to be patient until I reach what I want. Yeah, that's it. So I didn't expect that I'm going to do this,
Okay.
but
It just came
it's
along.
happened.
Yeah, and we're here now.
Yeah, for sure.
And he must be
Right?
proud. The 5-year-old,
He is.
the 5-year-old must
Everyone
be a
should
proud one.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
I think honestly, I think if you go back in time and you meet the 5-year-old self, I think he'd be very proud. That's
Yeah, and
what
I would
Yeah.
tell him, why didn't you do that from a very past time?
But
It's
you were
definitely
5
younger.
when you
I mean-
started. What even before that?
No, yeah, and actually, no, what,
Start when you're 1.
no, the 5 thing I started, but I always thanks my older brother and sister,
Yeah.
because both of them they plays piano, but the difference between me and them that I took it on a next level, and I improved my skills more than a hobby. And that's it, and it's
All
very
right.
nice
Now,
thing.
allow me to interject. You said one of the skills you are doing in your career is rapping.
Yes.
And you love rapping, and rapping is a very special skill set.
Yeah.
Especially coming from this region and it being a Western art.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's the ability to talk in that speed or sing in that speed, the language acquisition, how to do it in a foreign language. Talk to me how you even thought of doing rapping, and how did you develop that? Because we come from this culture, rapping doesn't exist.
Yes.
So how did you accomplish that?
And Ahmed, by the way, it's just how did people also accept it?
Yeah.
How did
Yeah.
people? How did the general public accept such a concept in our culture?
Yeah. To be honest, when I started the rap music, I was 12 years old. I was in grade 6. There were a friend with me. He's called Brahim Basha. He's one of my best friends until now. He's a very hard and strong rapper now, and we were teenagers, and at that time you feel that about that vibe of like I don't want to tell you that it was a very nice thing, because of course we had and we did a lot of mistakes, a lot of bad habits with it. For example, like making a song, let's say, for example, a diss track on your friend on the school and you make a problem with them.
Yeah.
It was like teenagers thing.
Yeah.
And it was one of the reasons that helped us to be on the vibe all the
Right.
time. But of course, I was not alone. I had a group before. Sometimes I add some point to that. I add some passion for them. They add the same for me, and that's why we are still the best friends. Even we are not meeting each other more than 8 or 9 years.
Wow.
But we are still because we started together. It's not only a person; it's a passion. It shouldn't be always built on one person job. It's a group job.
Yeah.
And of course, I want to use this moment to thank all of my friends and my brothers, my
Of course,
people.
yeah.
They're part
who
of the
helped
journey.
me
Part of the journey.
directly or
Yeah,
indirectly
100%.
with my career, and I know them.
Homam, honestly, I think we can talk to you forever. Honestly,
Yeah.
it's
Thank you. Me
you
too.
you inspire us, you inspire me, inspire Ahmed,
Thank you.
and
That's
I'm
an
sure
honor.
the viewers watching this are also being inspired. And if you could just give one message to the viewers, if you could just send them a message of motivation, a message that you've learned, a lesson,
Yes.
something that you believe can actually make them change and apply what the 5-year-old Homam did.
Message, or the most important message that I want to say is sometimes you have the skills.
Yeah.
And you know that you are making a good quality of your thing, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But sometimes you feel that you will not reach reach that level. For example, if you are a singer, you will see like 100 views, 200 views. You will say, "What I'm doing."
Yeah.
Don't be stoppable, and always keep working, always keep improving your skills. For me, I worked on my skills more than 10 years of singing, and I didn't reach what I want till now. I'm in a good position, I'm doing a good things,
It's a
but
journey.
till now I didn't reach to what I want.
Yeah.
But I'm still fighting and improving by the time, and the most important thing that I'm happy with this.
That's
I
awesome.
mean,
And we're happy
I'm happy,
that
yeah.
we had you here today.
Of course, pleasure.
It was a great
Thank you.
conversation. Beautiful stories.
Thank you.
Right here on
Appreciate it.
Untold. Thank you for coming
Thank
on
you
the
so
show.
much. Thank you so much.
Thank you too, and it was my pleasure to be here with you
Pleasure's
guys
ours,
and your
pleasure's ours.
program, and for the Untold things.
For
Now
the
I think
Untold.
it's told thing.
Yes.
Now it's a- now
Now
it's
your
told.
story
Now
has
it's
been
told.
told.
The Untold
Yep,
has been
on
told.
Untold. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back with our wrap up. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be right back.
We're back, and finally, the story of Hammam has actually been untold.
Told.
Has been told. Ahmed, I actually have a very simple question. Right?
Yes.
When you were 5 years old, okay, and 12, were
Okay.
you this curious, or at least as curious as this legend?
Well, similar background actually. Funny story. As a filmmaker, I started having this passion for telling a story with a camera. So when I was 8, I had that dream, and here I am, KTV.
Wow. But it didn't just happen. Think is it.
It
I
did
mean,
not. It did not.
You're not just lucky, right?
No.
Hammam, I think, worked very hard on himself. And the best part about Hammam, you know what? I think the fact that he's sitting here today and he actually doesn't. I don't think he acknowledges how successful he is. I think he's more successful
A lot of
than he
people
thinks.
have that
He's very
not
humble.
issue, but has that perspective because they or we
Yeah.
are not necessarily greedy, but we always want to improve,
Absolutely.
regardless
Absolutely.
of what it is that we're doing.
100%.
You know, what about you? What did you feel about today?
I think Hammam is a person with a lot of talents, and I think he has such a. See, the thing is, I respect what he knows, I respect his experience and everything. What I love most about Hammam, he has the willingness to learn.
Yes.
And a person to fear is the person that has the willingness to learn because he can literally unbox anything. Put anything in front of that person, he will always learn it.
Yeah,
Because once you have the willingness, it's just a matter of tryouts, a matter of books that you can read, a matter of YouTube videos, and then you'll get it going. And I think the same thing happened with you, like in filmmaking. It didn't
Yes.
just happen.
No.
You worked hard on it. And you
it's a
earned
journey.
your spot.
Everyone is on a journey,
Absolutely.
and it's not the destination.
Yeah.
It's always the journey.
Did you notice what he said about when we asked him to say a message to the people? I think
Yeah.
around the lines he says something about numbers. A lot of people nowadays, our age,
Yes.
and Hammam is not much older.
Yes.
He's 2 years older. They measure their success by how many views they have and how many likes they have. And this is where people start focusing on the end result.
Right.
And I think the message he was trying to share, which I loved and I admired, I want to actually take home today, is that he's telling us to dance across life and enjoy every day and just make the most out of it. And then, as they say, success is the result of a job well done. Do the job well, perfect it, not perfect it, like do as much as good as you can.
Yeah.
And I think the result will be something that will surprise you, just like the 27, 29-year-old Hammam surprised the 5-year-old.
True, absolutely. And this is the beauty of our show, where we get our guests every day here, ladies and gentlemen, to get a story from them as we learn together and maybe feel inspired.
100%.
Yeah, with each guest, with their different backgrounds.
Absolutely.
As you will see every day right here on The Untold. This is all the time we have for tonight's episode. Thank you for tuning in, Hussein.
Thank you.
Thank you for doing this with me.
Every day.
Every day.
Thank you so much.
Right here. Well, thank you for joining me on this. Homam, also, thank you for your time, for being on the show.
Thank you so much. I think let's just leave people with one question.
Yes.
Ask yourselves the question, if Hammam can do it and started it when he was 5, just ask yourself, is it really too early? I don't think so.